In the heart of innovation, where the fusion of science and artistry ignites, lies the workshop of a true craftsman. A craftsman whose passion for GregTech knows no bounds, whose dedication to the pursuit of perfection rivals that of the greatest inventors of history. Behold the culmination of tireless effort, the embodiment of relentless pursuit. PCBs painstakingly crafted with precision, each etched line a stroke of genius, each connection a symphony of technological prowess. But these are not mere circuits, no. They are the building blocks of dreams, the conduits through which the power of GregTech flows. And today, they shall meet their destiny in the hands of their creator. For within the depths of these humble components lies the promise of greatness, the promise of ZPM Greg PCB, a marvel that shall stand as a testament to the power of GregTech, the greatest mod ever conceived. Why somebody text me right now? So let the world bear witness as the master of innovation unleashes their might upon the very foundations of creation. For in the chaos of destruction, new beginnings shall emerge, and the legacy of GregTech shall endure for generations to come. I hate GregTech. What? Ducks aren't offensive at all. They're actually kind of cute. On that note, what the duck is going on here? We had to take these PCBs that we made in the last episode that are kind of an arduous process, right? Remember we did all that? Yeah. Remember this part? Okay. And we ended up here. We have to take them and crush them. So if we look at the quest book right here, ultimate goals, we need to make these ZPM Greg PCB. I'm assuming ZPM stands for Zero Point Machine, which sounds to me like we're about to do some cool stuff in this mod pack. Not that we haven't already. But here's the deal. You got to take the PCB, you got to crush it, and then you get these damaged PCB parts. A, a B, a C, a D, E, F, and a G. And then you have to make an ME controller for the quest book. And I'm assuming by them putting this in here, they're like, oh, maybe you should make an AE2 system to put this stuff all back together again. But I had a different plan. A plan of simplicity. Because it's easier to follow along. For me and for you. Here's my plan. We need to make A good, a B good, a C good, a D good, a E good, a F good, and a G good. And we combine all them chumpies right here in mechanical crafters to make this ZPM Greg PCB. And from my calculations, we need about 14 of these to keep moving forward in this area, right? We're going to have to make one of them, one of them, one of them, and one of them. I think. I don't really know. The sword? Don't care. Right? Don't really need that. So 14, maybe? I let this run when we left off on the last video. This time in a bottle. I think, if my memory serves me correct, had about 18 hours in there. So here we are 20 hours later. This guy has been running. I went through a couple stacks of these to break them, get parts and pieces that we needed to set up my assembly line for the ZPM Greg PCB. Here's how it goes. This is pretty simple. I think. To me it is. It makes sense in my mind. Boom. The deal goes in there, the PCB. It gets crushed. The parts, the damaged parts, go in this item vault, which is 7 wide, 3 tall. Right? So this is one inventory. That stores them in there. And then below here, I have 7 different smart chutes. Here's the A line, the B line, the C line, D, E, F, and G. Right? So that's all one inventory. These 3 are going this way, and these are all their own separate inventories. Up here, I have these smart chutes set to the A. broken deal, 3 pieces. Boom, it drops 3 pieces in here. And then down here, I have these A's, 1, 1, 1. And I did the same thing all the way across here, right? That should make sense. They drop into, let me go on this side so I can show you. My favorite item in this mod pack is this, the storage controller, because it makes moving stuff pretty darn simple. So they drop into here, boom. And then on each of these lines out here, here's the A, the B, the C, the D, the E, the F, and the G. And then you need 2 damaged parts. But the way the math works out is you always need a constant of these, right? This is where it starts. And then the second line, you always need a constant of them. And the third line, you always need a constant of them. So the way I did it was the first line of these storage controllers feeds this line right there. The second line of the storage controllers feeds this second line. And the third line feeds this outside line over here. And the way it works out for these damaged to good things, like I said, you needed 3. And the way each, like A, B gets stacked on top of a D or whatever, however it works out, I forget. I wrote it down somewhere on a piece of paper. That paper is long gone now because I did this a couple days ago. But so, okay, I put them in there, boom, it makes these deals, the good part, the good part, the good part. And then I'm going to drop them into more storage controllers because here I have the mechanical crafters that we need to make the deal. Let me do this so we can get enough because each one of these is going to need 7 of the good deal to craft it. Now, my original plan was I was going to put a drawer right on the back side here to feed these crafters. If you don't know, it's pretty simple to adjust these, right? So they feed, that is all one line. Boom. And then what I have going on here is the A is at the top. So this A drawer is going to feed that controller and it feeds that box. This box has a pusher upgrade in it along with all the rest of them. It pushes it onto a depot. Then the funnel sucks it in and the funnel will feed this whole line. The drawer would only feed one crafter regardless of if I had them all unlocked in a series or not. So now I think we're at the point where I can make my first Greg ZPM, but let me show you what I did in the meantime, between time, and then we'll cap the video off with making at least one of them, hopefully. We needed this stuff, remember? Raw nickel. And I set up a miner right here, boom, go through this guy, that portal takes you to the miner. This chunk gave 6,800 pieces of nickel. And it did it pretty quick. I didn't set up the lava tank because Pino was like, yo, dude, you don't really need that. In a way, he told me. So I just used a fluid cell right here. That had lava in it. It fed this boiler. These blaze burners. And that boiler, max size with lava. Power was enough to power this dude. And inside here, I have a netherite drill bit. And this is now depleted, its source. But that brought me to kind of a conclusion in a way. Hopefully my game doesn't crash. These portals sometimes don't like loading your world. And sometimes will crash the game. What we're going to do is we're going to go... Remember I was struggling with this whole thing? You had to make the time crystal. The source goes in there, and then you shoot all the spells at it, and boom, we ended up getting diamonds. Well, mine kind of ran Goof Troop. So setting up that miner gave me an idea. It was time to go on a bit of a hunt. Got another portal right here. And you can see this one's going to take us to Diamond Land. Boom, through the portal. Here, we got diamonds, and we're also getting coal. And this is an infinite supply as long as you have lava fed to it. Can I still fly? Yes, I can. All right, cool. So I put in an infinite lava tank here. Boom, hose pulley. These are pretty simple to set up. You use them fluid cells. And you don't need to pump it into there. You just put the fluid cell right here at the input. Boom. Feed it into there. Put the hose pulley down a little bit, right where you want the top of it to be. And then feed your lava into there. And the fluid cells, if you enchant them and then give them... Do I have one on me? I probably do. Not in there. Right here. Here it is. Boom. Fluid cell. In here, give it this augment and also enchant it with holding 3 or whatever it is. And you end up being able to carry 384 buckets at a time. So a couple of them and a couple 10, 12 trips. We got an infinite lava tank. This dude, same thing. Netherite drill bit goes in there. These are simple. I didn't feel the need to do a video on how these work. You just have to power it with some kind of create power. They do take a lot of stress units. So I have a max size boiler here, which whatever this is, 148,000 stress units or something like that it is. Boom, and then feed it lava in on this side. It sucks up a lot of lava. When I first set this up, I did it using only the fluid cells, and it was like in 10 minutes, it burnt through the 384 buckets that a fluid cell uses or holds. So I had to do option 2, dig out, put it in a tank, boom. But now I have this chunk loaded. Here's another thing that I've learned recently is I had issues with FTB chunk loading. You know, using the map, this deal, claim chunks, and then you load the chunk. Sometimes they wouldn't work for me. So this chunky McChunk phase thing, they're pretty simple to make at this stage of the game. And I didn't find any documentation on it, but apparently you build it like a beacon and it tells you the blocks that can go under it, and that expands the area that it chunk loads. So on each one, I just did max size with iron blocks. And that works, and it keeps on chugging. So we're getting diamonds. We can take the diamonds, make the PCB, and I'm rattling a little too much. It's time to go make our Greg ZPM. Oh, in the meantime, I started working on the roof because, you know, it's like a factory, right? Stuff looks okay. It's not terrible. I did add another chunky McChunk face right there. Boom. Little hatch. This is where you would enter the roof. Over here is like a cooling tower, maybe something starting to work on it. Because I had some downtime and I like to putz. So I putzed. Can I have my backpack, please? Thank you. We need 7. I already pulled them out. Look at how smart I am. Boom. We're going to feed this guy. Boom. We're going to feed that guy. We're going to feed that guy. That guy, that guy, that guy. Are we loading? Oh, we are. I don't want to miss, you know, the piece de resistance moment. Boom. The last guy. And the real guy. Boom. And another real guy. How many can we make? Boom. Boom. We're waiting. We have 2. And since my phone is ringing, that is where we end the video. Thank you for watching. These are the Zero Point Machine PCBs that we're going to need moving forward. Have fun and peace.